Republican Representative Doug Collins is criticizing House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler for preparing a vote on impeachment proceedings, calling the Democrats' continued push for impeachment pitiful.
They know they don't have the votes to go for a full formal impeachment inquiry, which is what our House rules require.
Adding he believes Democrats are changing the rules.
They want to make it look like they're doing something that they promised their base because they've been out promising that they would get this president. The sad part about it is they want people to believe something that's not true. They want to continue to put a false narrative out there.
Congress also faces only 3 weeks to strike a deal on government funding. While the Senate plans to work on passing appropriations bills, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer wrote to his colleagues that he's disappointed that the Senate failed to introduce a single appropriations bill for the first time in more than 3 decades, concluding that a continuing resolution will be necessary to prevent another government shutdown. 2 issues that could complicate budget deals: border wall funding and gun control.
I think what the president's doing is the right thing to do, but I think if you take away that congressional ability to decide how money is spent, you really take away the biggest tool that Congress has in the unique balance of power our Constitution creates.
With even Republican Senator Roy Blunt concerned over the president using money from his national emergency declaration to build the wall.
Enough is enough. Congress is returning to session, and our first order of business in the Senate should be to pass the House-passed Bipartisan Background Checks Act.
After 53 people died from mass shootings in the U.S. in August, Democrats are returning to Washington with a priority on gun control.
From a policy perspective, we must close the loophole in our background check system to make other gun safety laws effective.
Democrats on the 2020 campaign trail are echoing that call.
Gun violence is literally life and death.
That has become so numbingly common
that we have kids going to school wondering if they're going to be physically safe.
And with the growing deficit and debt still not under control, Trump now has another 2020 challenger from his own party.
We're headed toward the most predictable financial crisis in the history of our country, and we've never been as financially vulnerable, save for the start of our republic, the Civil War, and World War II. I can't sit on the sidelines and not speak up, and all of us should find a way to make our voices heard.
Former South Carolina Governor and Congressman Mark Sanford says his campaign will focus on fiscal responsibility, but Republicans in many states, including South Carolina, voted to eliminate their primaries, making his candidacy a long shot. Reporting from Capitol Hill, Abigail Robertson, CBN News.